Being good at your craft is the absolute bare minimum. Here are 7 other things that I look for when hiring creatives. So in my experience, a lot of creatives think that they get paid for the creative work that they do. And while yes, you have to be good at what you do, this isn't necessarily going to get you paid. For over a decade, I've hired hundreds of creatives, both full-time and freelance, and I've helped build the career of a lot of creators in this industry. All right, so I want to give you this perspective from someone that actually hires creatives and that pays them. That's what I do. In fact, in this very room, I've hired a wide range of creatives. Being good at what they do is the absolute entry point, right? It's the ticket to the game. But there are other skills and other things that I look for that's actually going to get them on the field. And so if you as a creative can embody these, you might find that you'll be able to get more gigs and better gigs. And if you are hiring creatives, likewise, if you're looking for these traits, it is going to complement the skill set that they have and it's going to give you a much better result and outcome. Awesome, so let's get into it. Here are the 7 things that I look for. First up is attitude and positivity. What is their general outlook on life? Are they a positive person? Are they a bit negative? I don't want your complaining ass here. Get out of my space. I don't have time for that. I need people that are going to burn bright and influence others with their positive energy. Okay, the next is hustle. Can they get things done? Do they have a self-motivator? Do they communicate fast? I asked them projects that they have, personal projects. What were the biggest problems that they faced? Did they overcome them? Were they able to get things done that they say they were going to do? Next is ethics. Are they a good person? This supersedes almost everything else, especially skills. I always hear about this thing of the best sales guy in our company, he's the top performer, but he's a bit of a jerk. Fuck that, dude. That doesn't land here. You have to be a good person. You have to act with honor and integrity, regardless of the skill set, but that is very high up on the list. Okay, the next one is coachability and teachability. This one's pretty straightforward. Can they follow instruction? Can they follow a brief? How do they handle criticism? These are all really important things if you're going to have someone on your team. Okay, the next is having a growth focus or a high self-awareness. So first off, with a growth focus, I'm going to ask them questions about how they learn. What are they kind of learning now? Are they doing a lot of YouTube tutorials and things like that personally? Are they trying to grow their skill set and all these other skills that are involved in working as a creative? The caveat here is that sometimes you just need a creative that's good at the job. Such as if I just need a video editor that's just going to edit the video in 2 days and smash it out, I may not be hyper concerned with their growth trajectory in life. But if I bring this person on to form a working relationship with, I'm expecting myself to get better. I want the team around me to get better as well. Yes, I can provide resources and motivation for that to happen, but there has to be an intrinsic growth need within themselves and a self-awareness to know their strengths and weaknesses and what they need to work on to keep growing. Okay, so the next one is equanimity. And this basically means, do they have an emotionally even keel? Might be a bit of a strange one because I know as creatives, we are in touch with our emotional side a lot and we work a lot from the soul and from the heart, and that takes connecting with that side of you. But from a working perspective, I don't want people around me that are too much of a roller coaster. So really high, really down, really reactive, and act on that emotion. I need nice, even keel people. When shit goes wrong, I want calm. When shit goes really good, I want solidarity. There is a place for the ups and downs, but in general, equanimity and being able to feel and acknowledge your emotions, but not necessarily act wildly on them, is a valuable skill. Okay, and lastly, number 7 is selflessness. Are there examples of them just giving to others? Are they using their craft to serve? Do they think about the value that their work provides? These are important things. We have a culture here of going above and beyond. That can only happen if you're giving without expectation of receiving anything back. So if you have all those 7 covered and you're good at your shit, then we can talk. Now I want to put a disclaimer here. I'm telling you this stuff because I've gotten it wrong so many times. I've spent over a decade hiring creatives. I've spent $10 million and more on fees, on salaries for working creatives. Every time I follow this template, there is a much better chance of getting a hire right or getting the team right. And when I've kind of swayed, or there are things that have been missing from those 7, stuff's kind of turned to shit. So if you are looking for work as a creative and you're finding that maybe you're not getting the gigs or maybe not getting the callbacks, have a look at that list. Have some self-awareness and think, are there any of those that I'm missing? Again, this has happened to me a lot. I've thought that I needed to be good at one particular thing, but there is something else there that's missing. And if I can identify that and work on that and come together as a whole package, it's a lot more attractive to an agency or a client or someone that wants to give you their money to get some value out of it. But the good thing is these are absolutely skills. Yes, some people are more predispositioned to certain things than others, but you can learn and you can practice these skills. I heard this thing that's like, how do you become more patient? Well, you do things that require patience. How do you have more of a hustle and drive? You put yourselves in situations where you have to get shit done by a deadline. All these things, it's practice, it's reps. Remember, taking 1,000 photos is gonna make you better at taking photos. Doing 1,000 reps of these skills is gonna make you a higher paid photographer. If this resonates with you or you found value in this video, please send it to another creative. Let's help each other get paid to do what we love. Keep creating.